everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a lip product collection slash declutter if I get to declutter any of these. I'm gonna try to be as thorough as possible. I don't know how much I'm going to declutter from my collection, quite honestly, but I have too much. So this is all my lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, glosses, lip balms, you know, lip liners all combined. Some people have more, some people have way less. I would like to condense this down quite a bit. I'm going to be smelling everything and maybe trying my best. So yeah, let's get through it and see what I could do. All right, so let's start with just the one on top here. This is LA Girl. This is the shade Surge. Now I've kept this over the years because it is such a unique shade for me. It's not something I go into all the time, but honestly, I'm keeping this. I'm keeping this. Wait, let me smell it. This is a fun one because it's kind of like a plump. Yeah, it's a pretty and plump lipstick. So it definitely like kind of tingles. But anyway, I'm keeping that one. I think normally what I've done in lip declutters is I'm actually quite meticulous. I go through all the different colors, I see what I need, but obviously as you can see I have not done that for you today, so it's going to be a little bit of a chaotic one. Anyway, this is Ginger Snap from Cosmic Beauty. This is pretty new to me and I really do like that shade. I don't have a lot of terracotta orange brownish shades like that, so that one is staying as well. I think all of my What's Up Beauty ones are gonna stay. This is from their Egyptian collection, so we've got Ankh, and let me just see. I think I like these. They're quite creamy. I think if I'm being honest with myself though, some of these shades are not shades that I would go to all the time, so that's why I don't use them all the time. But that's Ankh. Siba, I think, is the one that I've used the most because it's like a mauvey nude. So I'm keeping that one. And then there's Eye of Ra. You could see, I don't know if you can see, my camera is going to focus properly, but these all have like Egyptian markings on them. They're very, very cool. Anyway, so this one is also, it's like a peachy pink nude. So these two are my favorite. I just don't think the other one is a favorite of mine, but I don't see myself getting rid of those. Let's see here. So we have Gloss Gods. This is the lip oil in the shade Smitten. This smells really nice. I'm keeping this one. I have another Gloss Gods in the shade Thirst Trap. This is not as nice. This is quite a harder color to pull off. It is a lip oil though, so I think I'm gonna keep it. Okay, so I have two Beccas here, and I think, I always think I'm gonna get rid of this one, which is the Garnet shade, and then I'm think, oh no, I'm gonna keep it. But I've been tracking my lip product usage, and I have not been going into these. This one is called Poppy, and this is like a bright, not even that bright, but it's like a coral. I don't know. They're really nice formula. I just don't go into these. I don't know. I think I'm going to put those in the maybe. Okay, I've got something from Winnie. This is the Matte Pro lipstick. I'm going to get rid of this. This is a nice shade, but it's very, very, very dry to the point. I have to like really tug on my lips to get this on. I really like the shade, but it's too dry for me. It is way too matte. I don't mind a matte lip. I actually prefer matte lips, but it doesn't feel nice on the actual lips. So this one is going. Something else that I'm obviously getting rid of because I have been very vocal about absolutely hating this item, but this is the NYX Smushy. And I hate it. I hate it, I hate it. I tried it a bunch of times. You would think that this is the type of product that I would love, but when I put it on my lips, something goes wrong. It gets really disgusting. It kind of peels and it gets all gunky and it's not smooth. It's just horrible. So that one is going as well. Something that I really love, and then this is like an old school one. First of all, I think the packaging is so cute, but this is L'Oreal, and this is the Rose Tendre, and I still really love this lipstick. It is not super popular to wear like icy pink lipstick, but I do. So I'm definitely keeping this one because I still use it. I also have some Makeup Factory. I don't know which ones these are. Okay, so this is like a orange red. They don't have the shade names on here, which is such a shame. Like, why would they do that? They don't put it on the packaging. It's so strange. But anyway, this is a really nice, almost like coral red. It's actually more coral than it is red, but I'm keeping this. I think the formula of these are really, really nice. I also have, this is a shimmer lipstick of theirs. I love their shimmer lipstick formula. I have 2 of them. This is the first one that I got because I couldn't get the shade that I wanted because it was out of stock, but this is still very pretty. You can see it's like that icy pink shimmery deliciousness. I have 2 others. One of these is a nude. Now this is my other shimmer one. This is more of a taupe shade and it is so pretty. So this is the one that I wanted originally and they didn't have it in stock. And then I went back and they got it in stock. But again, it's really light, but it is more of a taupey brown shimmer lipstick. It is divine, divine, love it. And then this is a nude that I think is actually really good. And I've used a bunch of this one. They're very, very creamy. So this one used to be, where is it? God. So this one, I think these used to be as high as that one. So that's as much as I've used. I've used quite a bit of this so far. So anyway, this is the wrong one. I don't know which one is this the right one? I don't know. The packaging always the same. So this is really nice and I'm keeping this. And this is very similar to the, actually, let me just swatch this because I'm gonna swatch this with my Project Pan lipstick, which is, oh, where is this? Oops, I didn't include it. So this is my Project Pan lipstick from Beauty Bay. And I think side by side, I prefer the Makeup Factory one. This is a little bit more pink and also it's kind of drying now, the Beauty Bay one. Now I said in my recent Project Pan video, should I keep this to continue? Because I am trying to finish this, but I actually don't like it anymore. I've realized it's just not, I think it's gotten old and it's more dry than I remember it being, or maybe it just was always like that, but I've realized I don't like it anymore. So I don't actually want to continue project panning this. I would like to declutter it at this point. I'm going to do that in this video in case a bunch of you in my project pan video say don't do it, which I've already filmed that. And by the time you see this video, I'll post it, but I obviously haven't done it by the time I'm filming this. So I have no idea, but I'm going to get rid of this. Even though it's project pan, I don't want to hate pan it. So I'm going to get rid of it. And I'm keeping this one because I think they're not the same shade, but they give the same vibes. And I way prefer the Makeup Factory one. All right, let's do it. So I think, yeah, I feel strong. I feel strong about what I'm doing. But what am I, oh, this one. I don't want to keep this one. This is Physicians Formula. I like the shade, don't get me wrong, but the packaging has gotten all scratched up and I feel like this is old. And I think if I'm gonna go into a red, I'm gonna go into a red that is not as sheer as this. This is quite sheer. This is their Maru Butter. I don't actually know what this is actually called. Oh, it's a lip cream. And I just don't think it's a nice red. And I kept it for so long and I should have decluttered it years ago and I didn't. So I'm gonna declutter this. It's not something that I've even wanted to reach for this year. And I've been tracking my uses on these and I know I haven't gone into this yet and I don't really want to. Something else I think I'm gonna get rid of is this Essence Space Glow. This is cool. It is one of their lip changing products, like a pH changing product, so I don't think it's going to show up. The problem I have with this is it doesn't go this sort of purple, which I was hoping it would. It goes purple on my hand, but when I put this on the lips, it goes more pink, and I just don't want that color. I don't think it's a nice enough color for me to keep, and it's just not something that I really want to reach for. So I'm going to actually say goodbye to this one as well. Ooh, I feel strong. I'm doing it. This one I just used yesterday in a video in my Shop My Stash and it smelled. Yeah, this one smells. This is the NYX Line Loud. I don't even know why this has gone bad for me. This is Trophy Life, and I'm gonna declutter this. I don't have another lip liner this shade, so I'm gonna actually need to be on the hunt now for that shade. This one, I just don't wanna have smelly lip products because, you know, you shouldn't have things that expire and also spray under my nose. Like, I don't wanna smell that all day. So anyway, this is going. The other line now that I have, I just wanna double check, because I have a red one and I wanna double check. This is the shade Stay Stuttin'. I just wanna smell it. No, see, this one smells fine. So I don't know why the other one, this one smells fine for now. And this is a nice red lip liner, so I'm keeping this. I'm pretty much gonna keep all of my Essence lip liners. I really don't go into this other red one very much, but there's nothing wrong with my Essence lip liners. I think the reason, actually, I don't really like this. Like, it's more of a pinky red. I like a red with that's more of a orange red. This is more of a pinky red. I want like something that actually is more red, but like maybe dark red and not this color red. I could honestly get rid of this, but I think it's quite useful because I don't really have a lot of lip liners. So I don't think I'm at the point where I want to. And then if the NYX Line Loud doesn't really last very long, then I won't have any red lip liners if I get rid of both of them. So I think the other lip liners I have never been a huge lip liner person, but I think I'm at the point now where I want to expand my lip line collection, because I definitely have shades that I wish I had, but I just don't have in my collection. Like these Essence ones are almost identical to each other. I've got, what do I have? I have Run Don't Walk, which I really, really enjoy. And I also have this one because it's iconic. And they're both so similar. So this is the Run Don't Walk. And I like that because it's kind of more cool tone. And then I think this one is more warm, but they're so similar. Can you see how similar they are? They're like the same. So I always get these two confused. So anyway, I'm keeping both of them, but I really don't need both of them, but I do like them. So I have a BH Cosmetic one. This one is a nice nude as well. So I have like 3 nudes, but the BH one is more pink. So I'm keeping that one too. Also, I think this is something that I could probably try to finish because it's getting low. And then I do have this old Rimmel London one, which again, I could try to finish. And this is my lightest one. So you can see I really am lacking in the lip liner category. I've had a lot of people suggest lip liners to me, and trust me, they're on the list. I just haven't gone and bought any. This is my last one. This one I use a lot. This is, again, one of the Essence 8-Hour Matte Comfort Liners, and this is Chestnut Perfection. I do use this a lot because it's unique. Again, it's a cool tone, deep brown. They are all kind of different, but I don't know, I just feel like I don't have the one that I want. So I'm on the lookout. Anyway, I'm keeping all those, but I got rid of this one, unfortunately. I really like this color, but it smells. So, what else do I have in here? I mean, I have more Essence. I'm keeping these. I really like these. So these are the 8-Hour Matte Liquid Lipsticks. I love matte liquid lipsticks. I love liquid lipsticks. I feel like 10 years ago, liquid lipsticks were really bad. Now they're really good. So I really like this formula. It's definitely more of a liquid than, you know, the ones that we're getting these days where they're more like plushy and soft and pillowy. These ones are definitely still more liquid lipsticks, but I think these Essence one, they're so affordable and they actually are really pleasant on the lips. I'm keeping both of those. I also have these from Essence. Do I have a third one? I feel like I had a third one, but maybe I'm mistaken. So these are the Slim Sticks, and I kind of wish I had a different color because I do like these. So this one is Baby Got Blush, and this is very pretty. And again, it feels like a lipstick, so I kind of categorize these as lipsticks. And then this one is, what shade is this? Nice Spice. I like this shade a lot because it's very, very vibrant. Like that is like a coral red. almost orange. That is so fun. So yeah, actually I like this shade. I think the other shade maybe not so much. It would be nice to have this formula in something that's a little bit more of a brown. I don't even know if they still have that. So, all right, I think I'm gonna say goodbye to my Odin's Eye. This one is the Ripe Papaya, and this is a liquid lipstick, but I don't think it's the type that I really want to wear anymore. It's like the Essence one is more like a liquid than a plushy one, but it's a little opaque. Not opaque, it's not as opaque as I would want it. So you have to layer it on, and I also don't think that I can pull off this shade very well. So this one I'm gonna say goodbye to. It's also super old, so I'm gonna say goodbye to this one. I gotta be ruthless because there's just shades in here that are just sitting, and I know that I don't go into them, and I don't really want to keep them. All right, next up I've got Catrice. This is their Spring Awakening, and this is Spring to Life Lip Perfector. This is fine. I used this recently and I do enjoy this color. It's like a coral, so I'm keeping this. It's almost kind of like a gloss. I'm not a huge fan of glosses, but I don't mind that one. Next up, I've got number 7. This is the shade Rose Mist. I used this the other day. I think I liked it. Yeah, I do like this. I don't know, I need to use how am I gonna get rid of lip products if I like everything? How is this going to happen? I have a bunch of What's Up Beauty. They did send me these ones as well. So this is their liquid lipsticks. They're called the Sophisticotes. This is Cashmere Muse. I think this is my favorite out of the bundle. Yeah, I love that. That's so pretty. That's like a nice winter mauve shade. But the rest of these, I also really like the formula. So this is the Lilac Lullaby. These are again are more like a true liquid lipstick, but they're not like the ones that we got 10 years ago. These are really nice. This is even more like purpley mauve. I think I also like this one. Yeah, Caramel Veil. Maybe this is the one that I like the best. This is a really nice nude for me. I also have the Timeless Love. I have worn all of these. This is even darker. Maybe this is the darkest. So I think in winter time, I'm going to be having some fun with these. I just feel like if I have this, I shouldn't keep something that is worse than that. So I have to bear that in mind because their formula is actually really nice. And then this is the Subtle Chic. This one is another good pinky. Now those two are quite similar. This is a little bit more pink though, like rosy pink. I do have one other, but this is like their lip balm. They came out with the same collection, and I do like their lip balm. So I'm keeping that too. So I'm keeping all of those. Okay, so what else? What else do I have in here that I could potentially declutter? I got these in my C Beauty box. These are Gigi Bear, and these are not that bad. These are not that bad, but these are more lip stains. So I thought these were liquid lipsticks because literally they like nothing is written on this product. I don't see where you buy this ever. I don't see this online. So I don't know where this version of this item exists. I don't know, but I have this. This is the shade 3. And these are definitely lip tints because you can see they're quite, they're quite, I wouldn't say see-through, but they're not super opaque. They actually give a nice tint. So that one is more of an orange. And then this is shade 1, and this is more of a red, like a brick red. And I didn't know how to wear these until recently. And I was like, oh, actually these are lip tints. Now, are they my favorite type of formula? No, but I think they're kind of harmless. I don't mind them. They smell nice, and I think I'm gonna keep them because they're not super old in my collection yet. So I think I want to play around with these a little bit more and just get my opinion on actual lip tints. Trying not to stain my hand, but it's not going very well. Okay, okay, what else do we want to look at? Maybe I should have done this by brand. Maybe that would have been better, but that would have taken longer. I have Glam Shop here. This is, I think it's called Kiss Kiss Caramel. This is really, really nice, and I really like it. It's, again, another liquid lip, but it's like a peachy nude. I like that, so I'm definitely keeping that one. I'm keeping also Kiko Milano Holiday Gems. I use this all the time. This is really, really pretty. And it's one of these more like sheer, but it gives a lovely like icy peach effect on the lips. I love it, especially for summer. Okay, so this is super old, but I used this not too long ago. I don't think it was this month, I think it was last month, and it was fine. So this is the e.l.f. and the shade Dash of Pink. This I know is like 6 years old, but it's fine. It smells fine too. Like, what do they put in these products? So I'm keeping this. I don't care what anybody says, I'm keeping that. I've got these Nomad lip glosses. Where are the rest of them? Over here. And I love these. So these were in the Fête de Provence collection. Now, a bunch of you have said, well, why don't you get Nomad Cosmetics? I have in the past. I used to buy Nomad. Fortunately, all of their palettes went bad on me. They just didn't last. But I did get the Fête de Provence collection at some point. That palette only lasted like 9 months for me, and then it started going bad, and I was like, what is going on? I need to stop buying from this brand. I would love to buy from Nomad, but I think just where I live, it doesn't make any sense for me to buy them, for one thing, because I don't live in the US, and they don't really send. I mean, I could get Nomad from, I think, are they on Monolith? I can't recall if they're on Monolith. I don't actually think they are. But I would get Nomad if I maybe lived in the US, but I don't. Anyway, I got these in the Fête de Provence collection. I love all 4 of these. I think they are beautiful. And let me just swatch these, because these, it's such a shame that you can't get these, because these give just such a beautiful icy effect on the lips, and I love that. I love that. There's this one too. This one's a little bit more glittery. Where am I going to swatch this? This one here. It's like putting a beautiful glittery highlighter on your lips. And I'm like, what? This is so gorgeous. And then this one is super vibrant. This is pink. If you don't like pink lips, too bad. But look at that. That's so pretty on the lips. It's so pretty. And I can't, like, they're just fun. These are like fun lip products that I cannot say goodbye to. I would not say goodbye to them unless they went bad. And I use them all the time. Even the purple one I've used. I love these. So obviously keeping them. They are definitely, I think, some of my favorite lip glosses that I have in my collection, which is kind of crazy because I'm not a lip gloss person. So I'm going to wear lip gloss. It's going to be something like this. Having said that, I do have some Maybelline lifter glosses. I'm wondering if I should get rid of some of these because I'm not a lip gloss girly. I don't know if I need all of these. I do have the Plump. I'm going to keep the Plump. This is the shade Pink Sting. I do think this is kind of fun. So I'm going to keep that. But I do have these 4. And I think I don't know if I need all 4 of these. So I have the shade Amber. They still smell good. This one's a really nice nudie brown. Okay, so that's the nudie brown one. I do go into this one quite often. This is Ice. It has catched some pigment from like lip liners because I've been using it with like lip liner stuff. This is supposed to be super clear. I don't know. I have been going into that one, so I'm reluctant to get rid of it because I have been going in. This is Stone. So this one is a little bit more cool tone than the first one I swatched. The first one is way more warm. But they're both like these nudie browns, just one's cool, one's not. And then I think this one is Reef, and this is the pink one. So actually, I don't think I can get rid of any of these because they're all nice. And they're all different and they serve a different purpose. I could get rid of the clear one, but I have been actually using it naturally. I do go into my lip products naturally. I don't try to do, aside from the Beauty Bay lipstick that I've been trying to Project Pan, everything else I pull when I want to pull it. I have no reason to pull anything other than like I want to actually go into that product. So I know I've gone into the clear one. So I think I'm going to keep actually all of those. Is this a bad declutter? I don't know. I'm trying my best. I would really just love to get to the point where I could see everything I have and I know I have too much of things. But at the same time, I've been saying this in every declutter, I don't want to get rid of stuff just to get rid of it. I do have these from ColourPop. They came in the Haunted Mansion collection. So if I'm honest with myself, I don't go into this shade. If I go into it, it's going to be once a year. And it's for when I want to do something vampy. This is the shade Hitch a Ride. It's gotten kind of clunky. I don't know if you can see all that. Yeah, I think I'm going to say goodbye to this. It's just not something that I kind of want to keep in my collection. Even though it's unique, it's not like, there's no point me keeping this because I have other liquid lipsticks that I way prefer. So I'm going to say goodbye to this one. I do, however, like the brown, like this dark chocolatey brown one, I think. And it doesn't look like it's all clumped up. So this one's honestly almost like a black. But I want to keep that one because it's a little bit nicer to wear. And then I love this one. This one is called Beware. This chocolate one is called Summon Spirits. I don't think you can get this collection anymore, but I'm sure they have similar shades in just different names. Because these are their ultra matte lips and I really do like them. So keeping those two. I'm going to get rid of the purple because it just doesn't make sense for me. Something else I'm going to get rid of is this NYX. This is this Milky Gloss. I have always really, really liked this, but for me, it's kind of been separating, and this is the Salted Caramel Shake. There's something about it where I think I don't like it anymore. I tried it on my lips the other day and I didn't really like how gloopy and sticky it was. So I think I'm going to say goodbye to this. Just not, lip gloss is not something that I love, and if I'm going to wear a lip gloss, I want it to be pleasant on the lips, and I don't like this anymore. So I'm going to say goodbye to this. Let's look at these. These I all got in C Beauty box back for Christmas, and yeah, I have another one. I think these are the only ones. Yeah, these are all the ones that I have. These are liquid lipsticks and they're all really nice. I was like, when I saw these in the box it was gifted to me, I was thinking, oh, I'm not keeping these because I already have tons of liquid lipsticks, but I really like these, unfortunately. These are definitely more like Temu style brands than Amazon brands that you would get. But anyway, that's the brand. Like, it's not even a proper brand, I don't think. But this is their liquid matte lipstick, and this is the shade 17. I like this. So now that I have it in my collection, I didn't buy it, but I have it in my collection. I don't want to get rid of something that I like. And they all smell really, really nice, and they're pretty new because I just got them, what, 8 months ago, so they're not like super old like some of these other ones. This is a really nice red. When I talk about red, can I just like swatch this next to Garnet from Becca? I feel like that's a better Garnet shade than that. But I guess I will keep this Becca Garnet because it's good to have. But I do think that's a better red. I also have this shade. This is shade 3. This is a really nice pink shade, so I'm keeping that one. I also have this one, which is shade 1. This is more of a pinky coral shade, so that one I really, really like too. And I really like the formula. I think that they're not like these horrible feeling liquid matte lipsticks. They're actually really pleasant on the lips. This one is shade 9, so a purpley mauve. Now this one probably my least favorite. Let me just swatch next to the What's Up Beauty one. This one is Lilac Lullaby. Let me just see how close these two are. So this one, the What's Up Beauty one is a lot more lilac-y. This one's still got a little bit of pink to it. Let's see. So I think overall, maybe I will keep it that one because it's still a little bit different. Did I swatch this one? Oh no, this is number 15. So I have like 2 reds. And that one's even deeper red. These two are very similar actually, but actually, is there like a difference? Let me just swatch them separately. Okay, I feel like this one is more of a pinky red. Let me just get the other red. And then this one's like a really nice proper red, I think. They're not that different. I do prefer this one. Why would, I'm wondering if I need to keep both of them. They look almost identical. I really do prefer this one, which was number 17. I think I'm gonna keep number 17 and I'm gonna keep 15. I don't wanna get rid of stuff I don't wanna get rid of. All right, I do have 2 lip glosses this is from Kimchi. I really like these. So when I talk about lip gloss formula, I think these are actually really good. Now, these ones I haven't used in a while. This is Peach Pink. I always loved them because they were super opaque. Okay, it still smells fine. Look at that. Like that is a color that is kind of unique as well. I don't think I've swatched anything that color. So I'm definitely keeping that. And then this is a really good red if I remember. This is called Cherry. And I remember this being a really good red. Yeah, this is a really good, like if I'm gonna go for red, I really like these more orangey reds. I think they are very pleasant. Speaking of red, I do have this one from Maybelline. Now, I don't like this formula, but I really like this color. That's why I've kept it for so long. So this is the shade Heroine, and it is their Super Stay Matte Ink. I just think that is such a vibrant color. I can't say no to that. So I want to keep this. Let me just smell it. Oh yeah, it still smells amazing. Like there's nothing wrong with this. I'm still keeping this, even though it's like a crazy wacky shade. I think I quite like bold lips and I think I can get away with wearing that. So I want to keep that one. As opposed to like wanting to keep something that's more purpley where I'm not going to enjoy it. I think I'm going to enjoy this one a lot more. It's just when it dries down, it doesn't dry great. This is Ciate London Miss Piggy lipstick. I really like this one. And it's kind of creamy, so I'm keeping that one. This again, super vibrant, but I like it. This is another red that I really enjoy. This is from Primark. It's their Powder Luxe Intense Pigment, the shade Scarlet. I think this is a really good red. Especially also like this is from Primark, but I just think that's a really good red. It feels really nice on the lips. Next to that one, it is actually honestly not very vibrant looking, but I swear it's a nice red. It just doesn't, it looks really muted next to that other shade. I do have another red. We're going to the reds. I got this NARS. This is the Famous Red lip pen. I don't know if I need to keep this. I think I've kept it because it's NARS, but as a red, I think it's more pink. I don't know. Let me think about that one. I'm thinking about that one. I have BD Trade Secrets. I just used this the other day. I'm keeping it. I don't think that you can get this anymore. See, these two are not too different from each other, but I do prefer the BD Trade Secret formula. This NARS one, you know what it is? I haven't actually put the NARS one on my lips in a while, so I'm going to keep the NARS one. I'm going to put it on my lips, and then I will decide if I want to wear it and keep it. So this one I'm going to keep, but I will try to pull it for this month. Another red that I have is one of their soft matte lip creams from NYX. This is the shade Antwerp. This is more of a vibrant pink, but I guess it's in the red category. I do like this shade. I hate this packaging though. This packaging has gotten all sticky. You can see it's like coming off. The packaging has become, look at this. Like it's like all the tar or the black stuff is coming off of the packaging. I don't know what do I do with that? Like the product inside, let me smell it. The product inside smells great. It's just this packaging has like, look at this. The same thing for this one too. This is another soft matte lip cream, and this is Tokyo, and this packaging's also gone, but this, I love the shade. This is kind of similar to the Kimchi one, but also not. I think I will, oh, it's hard because I feel like this dries not very nicely on the lips anymore. And I do remember thinking that when I put it on my lips last time. I just love this shade because it's kind of unique. I think I'm going to declutter this one though. as much as that kills me, I know it's super dry, whereas the Antwerp one is not as dry yet. But I remember this being really dry on my lips before, and I honestly haven't really been pulling these very much. So I'm gonna actually say goodbye to this. I'm just gonna grab this Becker shade again because I have these two, and I have this one, and these are all kind of coral leaning. So we're gonna swatch these together and see if I need to keep all of them. I do think I'm gonna keep this one though. This is Peach Poppy, and I thought about maybe project panning this at some point. Because this is just so pretty, and I actually do like going into this as much as everyone hates this shade. Like whenever I wear this on my lips, I don't think people like it. Maybe it doesn't suit me, but I like wearing it. Anyway, so I've got this is from Clarins, and this is the shade Papaya. This was decluttered to me by my mom, and I just don't go into this. And then I also have the Peach Poppy. Let me just swatch this one again. I think I'm going to keep all of those. I think I just want to keep all of them. I don't have an issue with any of those. And then Makeup Revolution, I really like this. This is their Shimmer Peach. I just would like to try a different color, I think. So yeah, I'm going to keep all 4 of those. So we swatch them for no reason. I mean, we're swatching everything, right? I feel like we're almost swatching everything. Yeah, keeping that one. I think, is there anything else here that I maybe want to get rid of? I don't know. Oh yes, this, look, the Sick. I've always really enjoyed this, and I tried it recently and it was not very pleasant on the lips. So I think it's gotten a little too dry. This is the shade 3. I really like this, but I think it's clumping up on my lips. And I don't like the feeling of it. It's getting a little dry, like I said, so I'm going to say goodbye to this. Let me see, Huda Beauty Demi Matte. This is the shade Feminist. I always feel like I don't like this shade, and then I go into it and I actually do. I think it's just more of a winter shade for me, but I think I'm going to keep that. This is kind of painful for me because I would like to get rid of this. This is the Mood Flick from JCat, and I really want a different shade, but I got this one without realizing what shade this one is, and I don't see myself wearing this, so I'm going to say goodbye to this. This is a relatively new item. I got this like maybe 2 months ago, but I don't like it. I don't know. I think there's like on the eyes, I like this shade, and it's a pretty shade, but on my lips, there's just something about the fact that it has like a pinky base and then that shimmer purple on top. I don't care for it. So I'm going to say goodbye to this. All right, I've got 3 etudes. These are the Fixing Lip Tints. I really like all 3 of these. I use them quite often. So I'm keeping all 3 of these. Woody Pink is definitely obviously more of a winter shade, but I think that's a really nice plummy mauve. Again, let me just swatch this next to the What's Up Beauty because, oh, those are actually very similar. Again, the What's Up Beauty looks a little bit more purple than anything else. And then where's that other shade that I was going to get rid of? Hold on, let me just swatch this one again. Do I need to keep all of these? Oh, I really love the formula of this though. I could probably say goodbye to the Etude one, to be fair, because I have these 2, and I think I probably prefer the formula of those. So actually, I might not need, yeah, I think I'm going to say goodbye to Woody Pink. I think I am. You notice I'm getting rid of like a lot of purple shades. It doesn't suit me. Okay, then we have Salmon Brick. I like this one, so I'm keeping this one. This is like obviously a salmon brick color. Makes a lot of sense. And then this one is Coral Breeze. And this is pretty. Yeah, this is pretty. All right, so I'm happy with that actually. I'm keeping these 2. I don't need to keep Woody Pink. Woody Pink was always my least favorite out of the 3, but I always liked all 3. It just was my least favorite. Okay, what next? We've got some lipsticks here. We've got Rimmel London. I'm keeping this. This is the shade Candy. I love this. This is another like really icy, shimmery Y2K shade. I'm keeping that for sure. I wear it a lot. I do have YSL. I wish I'd got a different shade, quite honestly. I do like this. This doesn't say the shade name, which is kind of crazy. This is their Love Shine Candy Glaze. I think this is the watermelon one. I mean, I know it's the watermelon one. I just don't quite recall what it is actually called. I think it's called Watermelon Pop or something. I like this, but I don't love it. And considering I spent a lot of money on this, that pains me, but I'm keeping it. I do like it. I just think that I would have preferred a different shade. And I bought it in store, so it's my fault. I don't know what I was thinking. But keeping that because it's not that old and I spent some money on it. I do have more liquid lips. I'm crazy about my liquid lips. So these are liquid lips, but they're also kind of tinted as well. I mean, they're the tinted kiss. So I've got their Essence. This is Coral Colada, and then this one is Chili and Chill. So the Coral Colada is a nice pink one. Corally pink, so you know me, I love these colors. And then I think I'm gonna keep this one too. This one's another like nice brick color. Not something I wear all the time, but I think it's good to have sometimes. It actually looks quite similar to this one, which was the Etude one. I'm wondering if I might not need this one, to be fair. Okay, well anyway, I think I'm gonna just keep both because there's nothing wrong with both. This is another Cosmic Beauty lipstick. This is Santa Baby. This is another red. Ooh, this is a much nicer garnet than the Becca garnet. Ooh, maybe I don't keep the Becca one. So the thing is, like, the reason I'm like, oh, actually, they're very different. The Becca is more pink. I prefer the Cosmic Beauty one. I think I'm gonna say goodbye to the Becca. I've had this Becca since 2021, I'm pretty sure, and I barely use this shade. Oh my God. Could I get rid of it though? Or should I just keep it? Like there's nothing, I'm actually gonna keep it. There's nothing wrong with it. Oh my gosh. I am trying to reduce down my lip products, but I can't get rid of it. I just can't. Okay, that's a big fail on me. Let's move on, shall we? Let's move on. I have another red. Now I kept this because I got rid of all the rest of my Superstay Vinyl inks from Maybelline, but I kept this one because it was the only one that didn't really dry out on me. But I don't think I've gone into it since I've kept it. So I think it's just not for me at this point. So I'm gonna say goodbye to this one. Gosh. All right, this is something that I want to get rid of. This is the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss, and I have actually had 2 of these before. I finished one of them, and I ended up with another one for some reason. I think I've had this since 2020 or 2021. I'm going to say goodbye to this. I have not gone into it probably in 2-3 years, so I just want to like call it done. I'm like, every time I do a lip declutter, I go into it, I'm like, oh, it's okay actually. I don't need to get rid of it, but I don't use it. So I'm going to say goodbye. Okay, let's see. I have 2 glam shops. Where's the other one? Here it is. I like these. These are lipstick / lip balms. So I have Nudeziac, which is more of a nude. It is a very, very pale nude, but I have barely any pigment on my lips as is. So this does show up on my lips, but just bear in mind it is very, very pale. And then this one is Pilni Puz. I don't know how to say it, but this is more of a mauve one. And this does show up more a little bit, but again, it shows up quite a bit more on my lips because I don't have pigment. Okay, and then there's these 2 ColourPop Lippy Sticks. I'm going to keep both of these. These are both fine still. I've got Dreamsicle and Caramella. I think these are both discontinued. I don't think they have these shades anymore. But that is Dreamsicle, and I wore this just the other day. And then this is Caramella, and this is pretty as well. I'm wondering if I need to keep Caramella. Oh shoot, I just went into it. I don't know, there's something about Caramella I'm not quite liking. I did get rid of my Tokyo though from NYX, and it's almost the same color. So yeah, actually I think I will keep it just for the color. This Kiko lip oil from this is the Dreamphoria 3D Hydra lip oil. I'm keeping. It's a clear lip oil, but it's nice. I like the packaging. This Owens I went to just the other day. This is the Love Jasmine. I'm keeping this one. This is like a nice brick red shade for me. I have ColourPop lip oil. I got rid of a lot of my ColourPop lip oils because they went bad, but this one's the only one that's just never gone bad for me. This is the shade Rosebud. I feel like, actually, having said that, it smells kind of plasticky. So I'm going to say goodbye to this one. I know this is like 6 years old, 5 years old. So I think it's about time that we say goodbye to this. All right, I have Pixie Lip Balm. This is the Shea Butter Lip Balm. I really, really like this. This is something that I could probably project pan for sure. Why not? It's so pleasant on the lips. It doesn't have too much pigment. I really like that one. And then I have Urban Decay Gubby. This is something that I got and then I wasn't too impressed with it, but then I actually really like this shade. This is another one where it doesn't really have a lot of pigment, but it has a really nice sheen and shine. My hand is a little wet because I've been wiping it with a wipe, so they're not really swatching very well, but I'm definitely keeping that one. I'm wondering, do I keep the Makeup Revolution Monica? Like, the only reason I feel like I've kept this over the years is because I am a Friends fan. But I don't know if this is the formula that I really enjoy. Like this reminds me of the one that I just got rid of this. Like these two are incredibly matte and very dry and just not the nicest on the lips. Having said that, it did go on quite creamy. It's not as dry as the Winnie. I don't know if it's the shade that I like though. I think I wanted to get a different shade at the time and they were all sold out and this is the only one that wasn't sold out. I think that's why I ended up with Monica. I don't know. A part of me wants to keep it because it's Friends, which is stupid. Because I don't really want to have collector mentality on makeup. And I know that I have this shade over and over again in my collection. And I know I literally have not been grabbing this. So I think I am going to say goodbye to this. I have to be smart. Like, there's no need for me to just hold on to makeup to hold on to it. It's just silly at this point. I don't know if I'll get rid of anything else in here. So let me think. I've got Laura Geller. This is the shade Brilliant. This one, I don't know if I've really ever been... Actually, this is... I always feel like I don't like this, and then I swatch it. I'm like, no, that is a nice color for me. And I think it's more wearable than the Monica one. So I'm going to keep that for now. I've got Fenty Beauty. This is the shade Fussy. I'm going to keep this. I'm still going into it. Even though it's quite old in my collection, it still smells really nice. And I'm still going into it naturally, so I know I'm going to keep that one. Beauty Crop Smoothie Stick Lip Crayon. This is the shade Saucy Marcella. I feel like this one I might say goodbye to just because it does kind of smell like an actual crayon now. Yeah, I think I'm going to say goodbye to this. I do have other browns that I could probably get away with. I have enjoyed this. I definitely have enjoyed this. And I've used a decent amount because when you get this, it literally looks like a pen. So I have used quite a bit, but there is also quite a lot. I've definitely used less than what is left. But I think I got this in a beauty box. I don't even think I bought this myself. So I think I'm happy to say goodbye because I think this is pretty old. I do have another NYX Soft Matte. This is the shade Zurich. And this one I really enjoy. I think this one is something that I could maybe try to project pan just because I don't think there's that much pigment left in there. I have used this a lot over the years, and it definitely doesn't look like the outside packaging, because you think it's going to be like a brownie nude, and it's definitely more peachy pink. But I'm keeping that one. Model Co. I got in a beauty box. I want to say like 6 years ago. This is crazy. This is crazy old. This one. This is the shade Kitty. I think I'm gonna say goodbye to this. Honestly though, it smells fine, and I like the color. No, I'm keeping this one. This one smells fine. What? Who cares? Who cares? Don't criticize me. This is Estee Lauder in the shade Pure Envy. This was a gift with purchase. I did not buy this. So I don't think I'll feel bad if I end up decluttering that. And you know what? I think I'm gonna declutter it. It's one of these more purpley shades, and I have them elsewhere in liquid lipstick formula that I kind of prefer. There's always been something about this where I haven't really enjoyed it too much. So I'm gonna say goodbye to this, even though it's Estee Lauder. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I'm being actually much stronger than I thought I was going to be. So I love my my Revolution Air Blur. This is a soft matte liquid lip. This is so nice. This is so nice. So soft. And this is kind of like weightless on the lips. And I would love to try different shades because I love the formula so much. It's like a plushy formula. It's so soft. So I'm keeping that one. I really like my Ofra. This is the long-lasting liquid lipstick in, oh my gosh, Nude Potion. And I'm keeping this one too. This is another one where I think I've used it, a lot of it, that I could potentially try to start project panning it. I love this one as well. So keeping this one. What else do I love here? I do enjoy this Makeup Revolution one. This is the Lover Nude shade. What are these called though? These types of lipsticks, it doesn't say what these are, which is helpful. I know they have a specific name. It doesn't say it on the packaging. Anyway, this is nice. This is a really nice nude. Very, very nice, like true nude shade. I would love to try a different shade in this formula. And I do have another, let's see, this is Maybelline. This is the Maybelline Glaze. And this is Latte Crush. I like this because it's different. It's very brown, and I don't have a lot of brown shades. So I really like that. And that's another one where I like the formula enough. It's kind of like a gloss, but it's not. And I like the formula enough that I would want to try a different color. But I went with this color because I thought it would be fun to have a different color in my collection. I'm going to put this next to it. This is the NYX Fat Oil Slick Click. And this is a shiny lip balm, and it's the shade, link in my bio. This is something I had and then I lost it, and then I found it. I lost it for like 1.5 years and then I found it. I'm going to just swatch these together. They're almost the same type of formula, but they are different. So I would say the Glaze from Maybelline is way more brown than this one. This is definitely more of a nudie brown, has a little bit of pink, but this one is like more of a true brown. So I'm going to keep both of them because they're different and they serve different needs for me. I do have a lipstick from MCO Beauty. This was in a beauty box ages ago. This is the shade Petal. I'm wondering if I need to keep this. I have enjoyed it over the years, but I don't know. Oh no, I do like how creamy it is. Yeah, this is extremely creamy. You can see all the colors on my hand are kind of leaning that color. No, I'm gonna keep that one. I do like that color. And then this is another liquid lipstick. This is from Real Her. And the shade, it's all scrubbed off, but the shade is I Define My Destiny or something. This was also in a beauty box. I used to do a lot of beauty boxes. I think I'm going to say goodbye to this finally. I don't need the shade because I have the What's Up Beauty shade, and I have the other shade from the C Beauty brand. And I know this is like 6 years old, so I'm going to say goodbye to this. And then last but not least, or maybe least, I don't know, this is the Peach Joe American Style Soothing Lip Oil. I got this in the C Beauty box as well, so it's not too old. Initially, when I tried this, I didn't like it, but I have used this a lot as a lip oil when my lips have been dry, and I've enjoyed it. So I'm keeping this one too. All right, so this is everything that I am keeping. I've got like good lipsticks here, more like lipsticks and liquid lipsticks, and then also like glosses or lip balms. So that's everything I'm keeping. And then this is everything that I'm saying goodbye to, which, if I'm being honest, is a lot more than I thought I would say goodbye to. I don't think there's anything that I regret saying goodbye to, honestly, in here. These are products that I haven't really been using or have a smell I don't enjoy anymore. You know, things like that. Or I have a shade and a formula that I prefer better, so I don't necessarily need it anymore. So yeah, happy that I've been able to declutter. How many is this? 20 lip products, which is way more than I thought. Very, very happy with that. Anyway, that is everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching and just like helping me figure this out. I mean, you've been there watching me, but I've been figuring out, like, I did not go into this thinking I was going to get rid of 20 products. But thank you so much, and I will see you in my next one. And if you want to catch any other declutters, I have been doing a declutter series, so go check them out if you haven't already watched them. I'm still going to do face palettes, and then I also have some odd products that I want to get rid of, like setting sprays, and also maybe some liners that are old that I might not want to keep. So just odd little bits and bobs here. I've done the main basic ones. Aside from face palettes, I do want to go through my face palettes, but I don't have too much. But I think we are going to do one last video where I just kind of group everything else together. And yeah, anyway, thank you so much. Bye.